recording.
It is.
All right. All goofy stuff aside. Hi, guys. I don't even know why I just did that. All right. Season 1, episode 1 of Ari's Corner, little podcast. Lola, stop laughing. I'm trying to be serious. And I'm keeping all this in too. Okay? We gotta be serious, girl. We gotta be serious. Today, wait, are you over here? I think you're right here.
I am.
I got my bestie Lola.
Hey, y'all.
All right, we about to be politicking about age gap relationships. You ever been in one? What was your biggest age gap? Were you older? Was he older? Was she older? Were they older? Baby, we going to include everybody. Was it older? Everybody. We include everybody. Pros, cons, why did you get in the age gap shit? Oh, okay, there you go. You started reloading. And all of that. So, Lola.
Yes, ma'am.
What was your biggest age gap relationship, and were you the oldest, or were you the youngest?
Okay, so the biggest age gap relationship I've ever been in was 18 years. I was the younger of the two, because you know how we do. Men are predatory. I was 18 and he was 36. However, that relationship didn't even last that long. It was like maybe a few months, but the problem started because he lied about his age. He told me he was 26. I was obviously young and naive, so I believed him. I was like, okay, 26, 18, that's not that deep. That's like 8 years. Come to find out, 8 years plus 10. Girl, gooped again.
How did you find out he lied?
I found out he lied because, oh, girl, it's so messy. So I found out he lied because, no, it is because my estranged sister, I don't speak to. At that time we were talking, and so I was talking to her like, oh, I started seeing this person, blase, 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 and I told her their name, and she's like, this person that lives around here, here, there, and I'm like, yeah, and she's like, he's not that age, he's this age, and like I believed her because like that's her age group. Those were like her friends, her people, them. So she's like, actually, no, he's this years old. And I was like, so when I confronted him and I asked him like, what's going on? He's like, oh yeah, I wasn't honest because you were so much younger than me. I thought you wouldn't give me a chance. I was like, girl, bye. I'm telling you, that relationship, ooh, child, if I was any superficial, I'm so thankful. Nothing, I didn't catch nothing. I didn't get caught up in nothing. He wanted to give me a car. I said no. But
I took the car. Skirt.
Right? But I didn't have my license at the time, so there was no point in taking the car for it to what? Sit on the driveway making dents? No. So I passed. I didn't want nothing to do with him, and then afterwards cut him off. Never spoke to him again. I don't even remember the man's name. That's how long ago. Oh my gosh.
He lied.
Yeah.
Because he said that he thought that you weren't going to give him a chance because of how young you were. It really gives Chris Hansen.
Very much so.
Somebody called To Catch a Predator and meet Chris Hansen in the kitchen. Because
the kitchen is nasty work. I love it.
Why would you? Oh yeah, because of how young you were.
Did.
I think.
And did. And I wouldn't have, because why am I have no business at my tender young age dating somebody who is creeping up on their 40s.
Like, sir, you don't even browse the liquor store. That's how old you are. You go in, they know you. That's how old you are.
Yeah, you're a regular while I'm getting courted.
Cause isn't it 18 in Canada to drink?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm just now slapping my ID on the counter.
Right?
And you just walked in here like,
it's me again.
I'm grabbing my bottle. Y'all know
it's me again. Right?
And let me get two of these airplane bottles. Like,
Truly, truly.
I'm calling the police. Is it too late to call the police?
Unfortunately, yes, but you can still call them.
I'm going to listen. Hello?
Right?
Hello? Because what is wrong with
Security.
you? Mm-mm.
Yeah, very messy, very manipulative, very gross. But I learned very quickly after that one. I think after that, the biggest age gap I've ever had in terms of dating was, I want to say maybe 6 to 8 years.
That's not
6 to 8 years. And it wasn't bad, but I understand why. Like as now that I'm older, I'm like those age gaps, especially when you're young. It's not it. It's not cute because when you're as now that I'm older, I'm just like I don't got time for certain things. I don't have interest for certain things. But when I was back then, girl, I'm out. I'm clubbing. I'm shopping. I'm eating. I'm clubbing again. Like literally on a Wednesday, I'll go to work, come home, get like eat whatever, get dressed, go out clubbing, come home at like 1, 2 a.m. and get up and do it again.
take a
Now,
cat nap.
right?
Take a cat
Girl, at my big age, right now, I could never. The thought of it makes my knees hurt. Absolutely not.
So,
Like,
would you ever date somebody younger than you, or have you?
I have. I have. Oh, I've tried it. I guess technically three-ish. When I say three, I'll explain the ish. But mostly two times. Once when I was 17, going on 18, I dated a guy who was 16, turning 17. It wasn't that big of a gap,
Okay.
but because I was almost 18, people were teasing me, calling me a cradle robber, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It made me
Not
like
you
feel
hopping
icky,
off the porch becoming a cradle robber.
right? So I was like, we didn't even last that long. I don't think it even lasted like 2 months, like whatever, dead. Um, the second one we had dated for like just under a year, and it was just 1 year difference.
You
So
guys are
it
cute.
wasn't, yeah, like it wasn't too bad. It was fine. And then it just kind of like we grew out of each other, moved on. And then my longest relationship with someone younger than me was, I want to say 4.5-ish years. But when I say younger, like literally 6 months younger than me. Like we're born in the same year.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
it.
Lola, please.
That's it. Well, that's why I said ish. That's why I said ish. I don't know. For me, I can date older and it's fine and I'm comfortable with it. Younger, like I
I
have to
can do
really
older,
like you
but
to even
younger
consider
gives me
it.
the ick. Okay, younger gives me
Exactly.
the ick. Cause
Exactly.
like, what
That's
you
what I'm
do
saying.
for me? I can't even date
Mm-mm.
my age. Like Papa be like, "You never dated nobody your age." No, what can somebody
Oh,
my age do for me? Like when I was younger, before I had the
yeah.
baby, I
Yeah.
want, I want a drink. I want a bottle. I want to go into the club. I can pass without
Hmm.
an ID. But if I'm going with somebody my age, what the hell can you do for the both of us? So then it's like, okay, I'm
There
gonna
you
date
go.
older, and he can buy the bottle, he can book the rooms, you know. And then when I
Hmm.
had the baby, it's like, okay, what can somebody really my age do for me? Because it's like we don't even think the same no more. Like you want to be out
Yeah.
going to barcode and shit, buying sections and $400 bottles of Hennessy. What can you what can
Yeah.
you do for
A
me right
hundred
now?
percent. 100%. Like right now, my Pookie Bear right now, we are the same. We're actually the same age. He's like a couple months older than me. And by the grace of God, we get along. Like he's very emotionally intelligent. And I feel like that's what allows it to work because if he was as mature as like some of the other guys my age or even around my age have been dealing with, this would have never worked ever. I can tell you times 1,000.
Yeah, no. Mm.
Yeah.
Like
Because they always
I
say,
tried dating somebody
yeah.
my age, but he wasn't my age. I think I was 22 at the time, and he was like 24. So
Hmm.
childish, so childish. I'm like,
Well,
he's like, oh, you can come over. So I'm like, okay, I'll get a sitter when you want me to come over. Radio silence, like radio silence. I'm like, do you want me to get
yeah,
a room? You want to go half on a room? Like, what you want to do?
yeah.
He like, oh,
Speak
we can
up.
get a room.
Use
I'm
your
like,
chest.
okay, use my honey. I'm finna. Can you hear me now?
No, I can hear you. No, I'm telling he needs to use his chest and
Oh,
speak up.
I'm like, do I gotta be like one of those TikTokers? You hear me?
Right?
We're like, so like I was saying.
No, I can
I
hear
was
you
just
loud and
saying.
clear. I'm saying him. He needs to speak up. Like, and I was gonna say,
Oh
like,
yes.
they say a lot of men are emotionally immature, and that women are more mature. So it makes sense that like women will tend to date older because it's
Mhm.
like by the time you're, 3, 4, 5 years older than us, you would have caught up to us mentally. We'll be on the same page, so to speak.
Yeah, because me and Papa we're 8 years apart, and he was like, we be
Okay.
having sometimes like we be like here with it like ping pong and back and forth, and he was like, and then
Hmm.
it just be that little 2% where it's like, bitch, you a child. Because I just be saying some stuff that like them 2% time, like 2% of the time, and he just be
Yeah.
like, then he be having to remember like, okay, she is only 24, like
I'm dead. Honestly,
only.
I can say for us, like you already know, I'm very unserious. At my big age, I'm very unserious. My whole family knows I'm excruciatingly unserious.
Because life is
My
too short to be serious. I am not the Joker.
Well, this is what I'm
Like,
saying. So I keep the seriousness at the job that pays the checks, and that's it. Everywhere else, I'm 1,000% unserious. Like my new phase right now that I do to this poor man, he'll ask me to do something, or he'll look to me and be like, "Babe, what about this? Or should we do this?" And I just turn to him and I'm like, "But I'm a woman." And he's like, "Okay, but can you do this?" And I'm like, "But I'm a woman." And
hey,
like,
I'm just a girl.
and
Like,
he just
I'm just
looks
a
at me and
girl.
he rolls his eyes. He's like, "Oh, okay, fine, fine." And I'm like, "But I'm just a woman, babe. I'm just a woman."
Because, like, I'm just a girl. Like, what exactly do you want from me?
What
I'm
do you
just a girl.
mean? I'm just a girl.
I can't do that.
Oh my gosh, it sends me. I'm so unserious with him, and like I love it because he allows me to just be stupid because I can. But I know with most men, I couldn't do that because they'd look at me like I have 8 heads and be like, "What the fuck is she talking about?"
So, I think the unseriousness and the certain moments of childishness works with me and
Hmm.
Papa only because I've known him for so many years. So,
Okay.
like, he knew my personality before we started dating. It's just he
Right.
didn't know, like, he knew I was mature, but he didn't know how much until we started talking. And then it's
Hmm.
like, okay, like, she's like really mature. And then it's like those moments where it's just like, oh, you just lost your job. Well, you didn't die. He'd be like, all right now. Like, but it's like,
You're like,
but it's like,
it's
what? You
true.
could have died. It's it's more jobs
Period.
out here. You got one life. Like you could have died. It could have been worse. Like,
Right? You ain't
um,
lying. I was gonna
so
ask. My question for you is, what is the biggest age gap you've ever dated or gone out on a date with or anything? I already told you mine. Mine was 18.
20 years.
Mm, mm, mm.
20 years. And when I tell you that was the most childish man I ever came across. Honey, let's get into it. Let's get a little
Please.
mini story time. Let's get into it real fast. So this was summer of 2020. So the year that I had the baby. I'm freshly single, honey. C-section fully healed. I'm outside. I'm popping my back. Like honey, I'm selling everything because it's COVID. I'm making a quick coin. You feel me? So I
Period.
was selling custom rolling trays. So I was in the house with the resin, with the paint, with the pictures, honey, cutting
Hmm.
everything out, making them. So he messaged me. He replied to my story and was like, if you don't make me one of these, I'm taking you on a date. For one, just say you wanted to take me on a date. That's what I had to say. But I'm like,
Right.
for whatever. I'm like, what do you want? He like, oh, I want this and me and my cousin, cool, blah, blah, blah. Honey, that's another messy story. That's another messy story. So
Okay.
I mix the rolling tray. He picks it up and he like, you eat crab legs, and I'm like, oh yeah. He like, well, let's go get crab legs. I'm like, cool. He like, all right, we're gonna get the crab legs, eat them back at the house. So I'm like, all right, that's fine, honey.
Mm-hmm.
The cousin that walked in the house, because the cousin came. The cousin that walked in the house was the best friend of the guy that I was talking to. Um, that I got questioned about for the unaliving. That guy. It was his best friend. So when he walked in the house,
Yikes.
I was cracking my crab leg, and I heard, yeah, cause this my shorty, and I looked up the street, and when I tell you, girl, it was like I seen a ghost.
I would have been gooped and gagged. I would have been gooped. I would have been gagged, and I would have been like,
I,
"Huh?" And just,
honey,
just
I was looking at him. He was looking at me. I was looking at him. He was looking at me. We gonna
I would have
call
had
him.
to pass away.
We gonna call him Michael. Michael was like, "What's
Okay.
going on?" I was like, oh, I know him. He was like, I know her. He was like, Michael was like, how? I was like, that's that story for another day, but we never talked. Anyway, so this man, I think he was engaged to the girl, and I think they just off in like January or something.
Okay.
So he was like, I don't really want nothing. Like, I just want somebody to kick it with her, whatever, you know. And I'm like, that's fine. I just had a baby. I'm ducking and dodging for my baby dad. You the least. I don't want no race shit either. Child, this man, we was at the car wash. The ex-fiance pulled up and was like, why is this bitch in your car? He like, because I can have anybody in my car that I fucking want to. Sitting there like, I'm like, what is going on? Girl, I had to text my best friend. I'm like, listen, this where I'm at. Like, this was going on. She like,
That's
okay, because you look too cute right
crazy.
to be fighting, but I will. Girl, he chasing her, throwing cans of soda at her car. We're supposed to be going on a date.
Stop. And this is Mr. 20 years older.
This is Mr. 40-year-old. Yes. Because I was 20 at the time. He was 40. Chasing her, throwing sodas at the car. Then he went around the block and was like, who told her I was at the car wash? Everybody was all confused. He like, she already told me that somebody over here told her. And I'm just like,
and why
y'all
you
really
believing
being messy because we stopped there before the car wash. Y'all knew I was in the car. Like, y'all knew I was in the car. So fast forward, baby, it moved like real fast. He took me, we like spurred a moment across the bridge to AC. He got a room, this real cute suite, baby, full kitchen, jacuzzi tub. It was real cute, girl. Real big, real grand. Lola, sip your water.
I'm scared.
2 weeks later, the man ghosted me.
I would throw the bottle. I'm afraid I'm gonna break something. Oh my God.
2 weeks later, the man ghosted me.
Bye.
Mind you,
Bye.
after the hotel, he took me to go pick the baby up from my best friend because she had the baby. He was like, oh, y'all can stay with me. He was like, what the baby need, we could stop at the store and get it, or we could stop at your house and get it. Y'all can stay with me, blah, blah, blah. Girl, he ghosts me in August. He comes back around. I'm trying to remember if he's a Virgo or a Libra. So I don't remember if it was the end of September or beginning of October. But he comes back around for a plate of food. And I'm like, I don't mind feeding the needy. I already cook like I'm feeding the homeless anyway. It's okay. So he
absolutely not. I do.
I give him a plate of food. He like, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. I felt like you started to catch feelings. I said, player. I understood what we had going on. I wasn't catching the feelings. He was like, yeah, but I just didn't want you expecting too much out of me. It was you who caught the feelings. It was you. Because if you didn't catch the feelings, you never ghosted me. I'm like,
but what's killing me is I'm afraid you're gonna catch feelings, but I still want you to feed me. Bitch, you're lucky there wasn't arsenic in that food. I would have given you laxatives. You would have been having the shits all week.
Yes, talking about something. He was afraid that I was going to catch feelings because of what we was doing. Honey, I lived life fast starting at the age of 16. A hotel room and a little bit of peen is not going to
Right?
honey.
Like I'm
I'm gonna need, I'm gonna need you to do more than what my baby dad did. Okay, clock it. I need you worried about catching.
like bye.
Yes, sir.
Bye,
And
Nora.
you
That
and you got to run with your points. Your auntie points at that. Her little Harris casino points. They wasn't even your points. I should have been in this room
mm-mm.
with auntie.
Mm. With auntie's killing me. Stop, I'm screaming. That what a mess. What that's ghetto, that's cheap. But you know what? I always feel like when men get to that weird certain age, especially when they're desperate to date women significantly younger than them, it's like they have something that they're desperate to prove. I don't know what it is. When if you figure it out, girl, let me know. But
You know what's funny? I don't know what it is either because Christopher was
okay.
10 years older than me. I met Christopher that same year, the day after
Mhm.
Halloween, so November 1st.
Mhm.
It was like he had something to prove too. But I'm really starting to realize what it is for me. People see like, okay, she got a son, she not with her baby dad. And then they be like, oh, okay, what's the situation with your baby dad? And I be like, oh, XYZ, XYZ. If you
Yeah.
know, you know. I be like, XYZ,
Period.
XYZ. And they be like, oh, he was doing that, he was doing this, y'all was doing this, y'all was doing that. And I'm like, yeah, but like, it's nothing. Then they feel like they need to like live up to that. And it's like, some money, some hotel rooms, me staying the night, you feeding me, you drinking me up is not really like
It's not giving.
something
It's not
to,
it's not giving what they think it gives, but especially nowadays where, especially online, the narrative is fed that like you have to take me out, you have to take me shopping, you have to do all these expensive things. So it's like they're being taught
yep.
that like that's the baseline standard and that every girl that wants to go out wants all of those things when that's not necessarily the case. Like sometimes girls just want some tail too. I just
Right.
want some tail. I want some cute company, somebody who I can stand to look at.
Some eye
Okay.
candy.
Exactly. Some eye candy and a little bit of peen and move on with my
Like,
day.
because
I'm
they
busy. I
hear
got
that
shit to do.
the baby dad was an entrepreneur, and they be like, oh, okay, I gotta, baby,
But here's the
I
thing. That's the baby daddy. That's not,
that's
I don't
not
want to
the
say
husband.
boy.
That's
Right.
not the boyfriend.
And this is what I'm saying. So it's like you're not are you trying to breed me? Is that the question? Because that's a baby daddy.
That's
So
a baby
you're just
father.
right, exactly.
Baby, I
That's
don't know
that's
if that we
that's a
share the
father.
same kid.
That's a different level. That's a different level. So it's like, why are you trying to match a level where you're not trying to be at? You're complaining about taking me out to eat. Then you're the kind of person I can't talk to about buying diapers and formula. Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Or are you
Then
dumb?
it's
Which one
like
is it?
they try to live up to the entrepreneur income. Oh, okay, let me take her here, let me take her there, let me spend this on a trip, let me buy her this, buy her that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they find out, oh, I be tricking too. And it's like, oh, I ain't never had that before. Yeah, because I'm not here for your money. I have my own money.
That
I'm not
part
here for your money.
very loud. But I feel like that's what goops and gags those types of men when they feel like, oh well, I have to spend to get her. But then when they realize that, like, yeah, I'll take it, but like I don't actually need it. Because if I really needed it, I would have gotten it on my own, period, point blank, without question or without
Hello.
you.
Hello. Because when Papa was my friend, I would tell him like, yeah, bro, I just finessed this nigga in Atlanta out of a couple $1,000, just smooth talking, blah blah blah, doing my thing,
Hmm.
my thug dizzle. And he like, oh, okay, she be talking a good game. She be finessing these niggas, which is true. I do. Well, I'm retired. I'm retired now.
That
I
part,
did
amen,
do
loud.
that. But then when me and him got together, and he like, oh, she really don't care for the money. She don't care for the dates. She just really want her person. And then when I had took him to New York, and I
Mhm.
paid for everything. Like, baby, you could have left your car in Pennsylvania. You
Oh,
could have left it there, honey. Tolls, gas, oil, because I need him to know. You, baby, I am the
right?
table. I know you think you the table. You could bring your
That part.
table. I'm gonna bring my table. We're gonna put our tables together, okay? He
IKEA.
was
No
like,
IKEA.
no IKEA. We're gonna do Bob's furniture. No IKEA.
Right?
No IKEA. And he was like, okay, I never had a young girl before. And then now I got a young girl coming with her own table, plus my table. Now we got this long ass table. Okay, I like this. This cute. You
Mhm.
more than just back when you was younger. Oh yeah, I just finessed this man. I just finessed that man. XYZ. I said
Yep.
yes. And it ain't tricking if you got it.
Period. Period. But I feel
It
like
ain't tricking if
a
you got
lot
it.
of a lot of I don't even want to say a lot of women. A lot of loud women. That's the thing. That's the difference. Because I feel like on
Mm-hmm.
especially on the internet, you hear a lot of loud women that scream about men gotta do this, men gotta do that, men, as if men is their jobs. And that's cute, but that ain't me. And then you hear on the other side a lot of women that complain, well, oh well, you have to give men this and you have to give men that and men. That's neither my ministry either. I do me. If we vibe, then we can vibe together and build something beautiful together. But
Mm-hmm.
if you don't if you don't fit and I don't fit with you, I'm 100% cool on my own. Been on my own,
I
stay on
build
my
my fort.
own,
You build your fort. If you need
100%.
help building your fort, cool. I need help building my fort, cool. You gonna help me? That's mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go.
But we gonna say that for the 50-50 topic because I need you back for
Fair,
the 50-50
fair.
because they ain't gonna like that
Done.
one. You know
Nope,
you know
nope, nope.
you
Never
know this
have, never
generation
will.
don't like the 50-50. They don't. They don't.
Oh, girl, that's a whole other topic. I'm gonna let you hold that for later. Hold that for
They
later.
don't, they don't like that one.
Okay, so I have to going back to the original topic. You're saying that like you prefer older guys, you like to date older guys, but what has been the youngest age gap you've ever dated? If you like,
I think the youngest has
like, have you ever dated anyone younger than you or no?
no, absolutely not. They give me the ick.
Amen.
they give me they give me the
Amen.
ick.
Good
I
for
just
you. Good for
the ick.
you.
I just can't do it. Like I think how was I? I think I was like 17. I think I was talking to this boy. He was like 22, 23, 24 at the time. He was so
Mhm.
childish too at his big ass, big dumb ass age, and he was big and dumb too. Like you just big and dumb. He just oh my goodness. Like I had a
Mm-mm.
story time about his ass too, but I think besides him, I think me and my baby dad are 7 years apart.
Okay.
But child, that's tea for the group chat. That's
Period. Period. I was gonna
that's
say
tea for
that.
the group chat. So
That's a whole
after
other
this,
chapter.
I'm gonna have to give y'all a little story. I'm gonna give y'all a little story time. But yeah, and then I think after him, me and Papa's 8 years. Me and Christopher
Hmm.
are I was gonna say we're 10 years, but he not dead, so 10 years apart. And then yeah, Michael, big dumb ass at the age of 40. Like I really think
I
now,
can't.
like I really think Papa's the only normal one. But then it's like, is it me? Like, what do I be doing to these people? Because like that story time, Christopher, I almost said his real name, climbing over fences and shit, hiding under the cars, taking pictures like a goddamn Marvel character.
Ah.
Like,
I'm just saying, when the booty cat be popping, and it's too like. Here's the thing.
it make
No, here's the thing. I'm gonna say. Oh, I almost said it. I almost said niggas, but men, they know a good thing, whether
mm,
they want to have it, or like whether they want to hold it down or not. They know when they have a good girl. They know, as they love to say, a good girl. Um, they know when they have a decent person, but they still, I don't know, something in them. Sometimes they're just like you said, they're messed up in the head. That they'll still be like, I know she's a good one. I shouldn't be messing around, but I still want to try a thing. Then fuck around and find out, please. Absolutely.
that was like what you call it. Like I was telling you on the group chat that day. That, oh, I'm
Hmm.
sorry, I forgot about this little boy. He really wasn't a little boy. I was talking to him at 16. I think he was like 19. That got the girl
Okay.
pregnant and lied about it. Him?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, him. Okay, so that was the youngest age gap. I'm sorry, Pete. I forgot about you. I don't think you'll be seeing this, but sorry, Pete, if you do. With
I'm
your
dead.
pregnant ass.
Sorry to that man. You are
Sorry to
so
that man.
forgotten. Sorry to that man.
Sorry to
Mm-mm.
that
Okay,
man.
so 3 years is not that bad. 3 years is not that bad.
It
But
was
yeah.
horrible, girl. It was horrible. He was showing up to my school when I was in high school. They had to kick him out. It was horrible. It was horrible. I should have
Mm-mm.
known back then. I should have kept the Boochie cat to myself. I should have known back then.
Mm-mm.
I
I'm
should have
dead.
known back
You know,
then.
it's reminding me. Bringing up high school is reminding me when and this was like before I guess I really started dating. But when I was in high school, I think I was like in grade 9. There was this one girl in grade 9, and she was allegedly dating a guy who was in, because we used to have up to grade 13 in Canada.
What's
They got
grade
rid of
13?
it. So grade 13 was like, because I'm like, high school usually goes from like junior, I guess, because you have junior, sophomore, and then senior, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so um grade 13 is like, I guess, triple, almost like triple senior, because it's like junior is grade 9, sophomore is grade 10, and then seniors would be grade 11, grade 12. So we used to have an additional grade after that, which was called OAC, and it was used for like older kids that weren't quite ready to go to college, still had certain credits to finish in high school. They used to have an extra grade for them, so they could do
It's
co-op
giving
play.
having them kick around with the children. Chris Hansen? Yes, sir.
Well, they got rid of it. They got rid of it years ago, years ago. But when I started high school was one of the few like last years that they had it. There's one girl in grade 9 was dating one of those older men. Okay, let's keep it a buck, dating those older men, because at that point you'd be like 19, and she's what, 14? 14 going on 15? I just remember the rumors at the school. There was one that said he ate her box when she was on her period. That they had they had sex underneath the stairwell. Um, there was a one they had sex in the library of the school.
I'm
Girls,
calling
so many.
I'm calling the RCMP. Okay?
But
I'm calling them. I'm calling the RCMP. Cause what the
I
freak, and
think
I
we have
believe
me
it too.
screaming.
Cause them older
Girl,
men be nasty. Y'all disgusting.
very,
Who raised y'all?
very, very. But I remember that. And then when I went to a different high school for my senior year, my final senior year, there was a girl in grade 9 who was dating a man who was like 23. And yeah, and me and my best friend, who I'm still best friends with to this day, God bless her, me and her are telling her, like, girl, you need to stop hunting that man. He needs to have the police called expeditiously. He needs to stop coming around school. Because if you see, honestly, if when you see him, you understand why he would be a predator, okay? Because it, like, he was like, she was already a small, petite, kind of like meatballish little girl, but she was just like small, a little thick and white. But you could tell she was thick because she was short, not thick because she was, like thick.
Oh, she gave off little kid vibes. Oh yeah, I'm calling the police.
Yeah,
I'm calling.
yeah. But the joke was, though, if you see him, she's like maybe what, 4 foot nothing. Okay, he's 5 foot nothing. He was like this tiny, scrawny, like scraggly looking black guy who was dating this like tiny little meatball looking white girl. And we were just so disgusted. Me and my girl, we're just looking at each other like, ew, like, please stop sleeping with this man. This is actually a crime. Can you stop? Can you stop? And she's like, oh, but
Cause
I love him.
no, ma'am. He has a child fetish. Okay, he has a fetish for children. Cause I can see
At
if you
one
said
point,
like a more mature, developed child. Cause you feel
yeah,
a child age, then okay, like he
right.
likes her assets. But if she's built like my niece, I'm calling the police. Like,
Well, no, like, okay, maybe, okay. I guess yes. I'm trying to like think back, like, how was she even built? Like, she was just. I just remember her being short and thick. Like, have you ever seen like just a short fat kid? But she's not fat. That's what I'm saying. She's short and stocky. That's the term. She's short and stocky. That's how she
Lola,
looks.
please, I can't. I can't.
I think he got reported though to the school because of his age, and the school told him to stop coming around. So he had to sit across from the school in like one of the. We had like a little food plaza that the kids would go across the school for lunch. He had to wait for her there.
Why are you even waiting for her? Oh my gosh, that's like people be like, "Oh, you ever seen like when you were in school, the older guys waiting outside to pick up the girl?" No, they ain't do that shit no more. When I got to school. Like, what did y'all have going
Amen.
on back in the day?
Amen. Girl, it
Like,
was crazy. It was actually crazy. Now, I would say between when I was in high school and when I was in post secondary and like in like college and stuff, it definitely switched because I used to be part of a program that would go to schools, teach kids conflict resolution, anti-bullying, all of that, cute stuff. Girl, now they have buzzers on the doors. You have to buzz, none of the doors open. Like, that shit's locked like a fortress. I can't speak for the high schools, but definitely the elementary schools. You can't walk in nowhere.
I can't. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted about Mr. Man.
I'm
Mr.
telling you,
Scorn
girl.
and GameStop Man. That's what I'm calling him, GameStop Man, because that's what I envision when you describe him. Low scoring
I'm
GameStop Man.
screaming. I'm screaming because that's so accurate. The accuracy is hilarious.
And that's what I just envision. Low scrawny little, little skinny little black guy working at GameStop. Probably has some glasses. That's what I'm envisioning. Like that, like
I don't think he had glasses though, but yeah, scraggly beard. Okay, you remember what
the wispy
yeah,
beard.
yeah.
Wispy beard. The wispy beard, child.
Wispy beard. 100%
Oh my
that.
god.
100% that. Yeah, I was giving that 10,000%.
I can't with these
10,000%.
men. I can't with these men. I can't. I
Girl,
can't. I
I'm
can't.
telling, I'm
So
telling
wait,
you.
okay.
Okay.
So you have kids.
Yes, I have one.
How would you okay, you have a kid. Okay.
Yes,
How would you feel if I'm gonna just say they because we don't need to put out genders of the babies.
it's fine.
If they ended up when they were legal, so like
Yeah.
18 in an
Hmm.
age gap relationship, we'll just say like how you were at 18 with a 36-year-old person.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would shut that shit so far down. Oh my gosh. And like I'm telling you, like remember when my profile picture was the smiling mugshot? Like absolutely not. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. Could never, would never, should never. Like for me, a comfortable age gap at that age would have to be like maybe like 21, 22. I want y'all to be young and dumb together. I don't want nobody older manipulating the situation, playing up the situation. Like I think a 3, 4 year age gap I would feel comfortable with if the person was older. In terms of younger, I don't like I would say maybe like a year at the most. Because again, growing up together. But
That's like my
mm-mm.
brother. My brother's 21 and he's dating somebody my age. Well, I'm 24, but for the people,
Yeah.
I'm 24 and she has a
Hmm.
kid. And I was like, why are you talking to her? And he was like, I like
Because it
her.
makes it.
I was like,
I
why
mean,
are
that's
you talking to her? He was like, I like her. She's nice. I said, but I need you to understand. You're 21, no children. You spend your money
yeah.
on DoorDash and weed. You ain't got no bills. You ain't got no kids. I said, she's 24 with a kid. I said, I'm 24 with your nephew. She looking for something. And I'm going to tell you now, you're not
Yeah.
giving her what she looking for, okay? You're not
That
going to give her
part.
what she looking for. I was like,
That part.
absolutely not. And he was like,
Mm-mm.
sis, there's nothing wrong with it. Until you called me saying you can't buy your ounce of weed because you had to give her money for pull-ups or something. I don't want to hear it.
Pull up budget. Pull up budget. That's what I was about to say. He's gonna have to start budgeting for Pampers. That's
Budgeting for
crazy.
Pampers, budgeting for whole milk, or maybe a can of formula if it's during the transition.
Similac.
Similac. Let's see how much Similac costs now in 2024.
I mean, in Canada, it's $50-something.
Are you serious?
Dead ass.
Let me see how it costs here.
I don't know if it's gone down. Let's do the conversion together. Let's see how inflation's affecting both of us. Okay, I'm gonna put in Similac. Step 1. Let's do step 1 so we're even.
All right. A can of Similac Advanced 12-ounce is. All right, I'm gonna go straight from the Similac website.
Okay, because I was gonna say I have Instacart. Instacart's showing me Similac step 1. I have the one. What is this? £1.25 can, and the almost 2-pound can.
Y'all have them
the
in
smaller one. Well, we have them in grams. So I don't know if you got 2 grams or ounces.
My next baby, I need to come to Canada. Y'all got something about a pound?
Almost, girl, almost. But it's what, 564 grams, $45.75, and the 859 gram is $56.99, and that's at Instacart. Walmart, they have the ones that are pre-made in the liquid, the concentrated liquid, 12 in a pack, $70.
Okay, so I will not be moving to Canada if I'm gonna pop my pussy and have another baby, because the 354 grams on Instacart from Walmart is only $18.88.
But that's 252. The first one I quoted you is for double that.
Oh, okay.
That's $5.64, so it's $45.65. It's still cheaper because 2 packs of that is $36, and we're paying $45.
Okay. Let me see. I think I found the bigger can. Let me see. Load, so we can compare these Similac prices, child. Okay, so the 873 grams is $46.79.
The 800 one?
Yeah, so 800.
Ours comes in an 859 gram pack, and that's $61.97.
So I think the conversion works out.
Almost.
61.
Almost. Let me put CAD to US. Here, let me put $61.97.
So
yeah, 45 flat.
Oh,
not that bad. I mean, you can come for the free healthcare. We won't charge you if you have a baby.
I'm gonna have my baby across the border. Granted, I didn't get charged for. Did
I mean, did you open the bill? Did you that's the question. Did they mail you the bill?
I don't recall seeing the only bill that I recall getting is when I first found out I was pregnant and I went to go get an ultrasound at the hospital because I was like, oh my God, honey, I was just drunker than a motherfucker. This baby in there drunk. Like, I need to see what's going on. And I didn't remember my insurance information because, honey, young, dumb, and having no care in the world. And they sent the bill and I was like... But I don't remember any bills after that.
I mean, well, if you have insurance, then that makes sense because
and I have to this.
Okay.
Feeling bad for people like me.
I mean, as long as it gets paid somewhere, it's all good.
Somebody paying for it, ain't me. It ain't me.
Trust me. When my aunt's in New York, and when she told me, because she works in the hospital, she told me it was like 10, 12 grand to have a baby. And I'm looking at them like, y'all have kids on purpose at that cost? That's crazy. That would have made me celibate right then and there.
And it'd be like the rich people with no insurance. Like, what do y'all got going on? I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
Absolutely not. Okay, what time are we at? Okay, we're almost at 45 minutes. This was fun. It's really fun.
I'm glad. Well, it's always great talking to you. So it's like...
This was really fun. It was really fun. I'm going to just have to get over the whole... in the beginning. In the
Yeah.
beginning. I just have to get over it. So yeah, this was really fun. Hold on. So let's see. How much time do you have?
I still got time. Like I said, I'm deep conditioning, girl.
I think I
The
have
more we
time.
chat, the softer my hair will be.
I was gonna say, do you want to end this and like already just jump on to the 50-50? They have that one already pre-recorded.
Um,
It's up to you.
maybe. No, no. Can we do it tomorrow so then I can have my hair done?
What is this pink thumb? Oh
I have
my
no
goodness.
clue.
That
Somebody's
pink
reacting.
thumb. It's not gonna do it again. It's not live, girl. My iPad be doing this sometimes. Like I be doing hand gestures and it just be like thumbs. But okay. Thank you
I'm
so
dead.
much,
Wait,
Lola.
no problem.
Have
I can
a
record
great rest of your day.
again tomorrow. I can record Saturday evening, and I can
Okay,
record,
okay, fine.
or if you want, I can record Sunday.
We do Saturday evening. I get off at 5. We can
Mm-hmm.
do. I have to figure out what time. I think I called her Melissa in that story time. Melissa
Yeah.
wants to film because she
Yeah.
said it didn't matter. So if I could do like 6:30 and then I do her 7:30 because these like take like roughly like we'll say like an hour.
An hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if I could do 6:30 just because, like I said, I'm gonna get my
Oh
hair
yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah.
I'm going to her place at 12, and she told me it's gonna take 4 to 6 hours to do my hair, and then because she's on the other side of the city, it's gonna take me an hour to get back. So I won't be home till anywhere between, I want to say anywhere from 5 to 7. So like in the evening would have to be
Okay.
like maybe like 8 or later.
Okay, that's fine. Because I could
Okay.
just throw your nephew in the room with my sister and I'll be like, shh, I'm filming something.
Right? Okay, fair, fair,
Be
fair.
quiet.
But yeah, I'll have my hair
But yeah.
done. I'll do some nails. In the background we'll kiki, we'll talk.
Oh yes, because oh, I'm so excited about that topic now. Now I done got 3 episodes kicked out for the whole weekend, child. Oh,
There you
yes.
go.
But
There
thank
it
you so
is.
much, Lola.
No problem. It was
Also,
my pleasure.
Lola has a podcast. Wait, Lola, I'm trying to shout you out again, girl. Lola has a podcast.
I
I'm gonna
do.
link her in the description of this because this is pre-recorded, guys. So that's why y'all ain't seen nothing
Hmm.
in real time. It's pre-recorded. We're gonna keep in all the laughter, all the keys, all the little anxious moments in the beginning. I'm gonna link Lola in the description box for our podcast. I told Lola you need to start recording some little episodes.
I know. I need to record new episodes. We were on season 5. I'm gonna bring it out for season 6. I'm gonna dig it out, bring it back.
Tell Lola y'all want me on her podcast, girl. Tell Lola y'all want me on it. Tell Lola.
Obviously. Obviously.
Tell Lola y'all want me on there.
Yes.
But yes, Lola, thank you so much. I'm going to end this now so I can hurry up, get it up there because the people they said they want it now and not tomorrow. So
Okay, fair.
I'll go ahead
Noted.
and end
It
this
was my
now.
pleasure.
Yes, but thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.